Hell yeah, barbecuing. Yeah. It's the lifestyle I'm really comfortable with. I can care less. I just need that weird ass label off my fucking head. That's what these YouTube channels is really all about. I mean, there's hella fucking molesters and shit. Well, safe man, fuck that shit. Grown up with motherfuckers. Kicking it with niggas. Your friend was like this, what about you? I'll pop you in, that nigga. Fuck up out of my face. Give me some motherfucking music from the foes. Throw on the barbecue grill. Help my little female partners with their motherfucking kids. Hopefully the other partner can get her kid back from CPS. Just talking to the white girl next door about maturity and shit like that. I just want some stats. Oh, how you doing? You got another cigarette? What's that you drinking? Some type of wine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pink Moscato.
You want $1?
No.
Okay, good. But I fully understand about everything what you were saying. I just can't take it. I can't take it. You right. We come to maturity,
It's
people.
just a maturity thing.
Yeah. People go crazy. He got a mental disability. If he come out talk that shit, just walk away. I can't do it. Cause I'm the type of person.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
It's just a maturity thing.
Cause I'm the type of person I usually like just hold my boundaries. I stand my ground.
And I'm the person that will avoid a confrontation at all costs. But I've gotten better at it.
Yeah, you the type of person you call the police every single time.
Not every single time. Not at all.
You're not about to make my life fucked up. I understand that.
No, not at all. The only time I call the police, if I'm worried about my safety or a female safety. It's the only time I call the police.
Oh, so if you see me out there getting stabbed,
somebody else's life.
I'm not gonna sit there and get mad at you,
injury. But yes,
okay.
if there is a risk, Jiminy Cricket, really?
If I'm out there getting stabbed, she's not gonna call the police. Just call the ambulance. Can you at least do that?
If there is a risk
I'm just playing
to life or physical safety, then yes. But it's hard because, like, one of my best friends, she's the one that's not going to call for anything. She doesn't trust it.
Okay.
And there's a difference because I grew up in a small town and I raised my kids in Roseville. So I have a different experience with police than people who live here. Yeah,
exactly. Because they're a lot more aggressive out here. They have no choice but to be.
Well, it's like when my ex went crazy on me and I had to turn it into a restraining order. It took him forever to fucking show up and they didn't even care. It was my first experience with, I felt like I got zip code bias.
What does that mean?
Because if I had made the same phone call living in Roseville, it would have been a completely different story.
Oh. Because they really actually didn't respond the way how they should have been.
Well, they showed up. And the dispatcher thought it was a broken car window. They didn't see a car window. They didn't have an apartment number, so they just drove the fuck away. This man bashed my bedroom window in at 4 a.m. I didn't even know it was him. I thought it was an intruder.
Oh.
And I called 911, and they just acted like it was nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, with a lot of people.
If I had made that phone call in Roseville, it would have been a completely different.
They would have came and
response.
searched for it.
Yes. They would have been they would have knocked on fucking doors. Like when I lived in Roseville, they did knocks in the neighborhood because they had a rash of catalytic converter being stolen. Like they knocked on doors to just be aware.
Because in Sacramento we had that problem a lot.
But I've also
learned
that in Sacramento has 114 police officers for 70,000 people.
Man.
And these motherfuckers talk about defunding the police.
Yep.
If you defund the police, you give up your right to dial 911. That's just my opinion.
That's how it's going to Sacramento. That's why we got all these baby Rambos running around.
What we should be doing is throwing more money at education and training. It takes more hours to be a cosmetologist than it does to be a police officer.
Everybody keeps saying, don't teach this person this and that. They're going to learn something. If they learn something, they stop being stupid. They won't do nothing stupid. They don't understand that shit.
There's shitty people in every profession. There's shitty cops, there's shitty teachers, there's shitty doctors, there's shitty people in every profession.
Yeah. I feel it.
And rather taking money away, we should be changing how many hours it requires to be a police officer. We should be giving them better training to become a police officer.
Yeah.
They should be getting different training. I couldn't believe it, but it takes more hours. It takes more hours of training to cut hair and wax people's body hair than it does to be a police officer.
I just know this.
And there's something wrong with that.
They need the same training that the military need. And they work with people way better than they do here in a hostile environment way more than the police do in a less hostile.
Psychological testing.
Yeah.
Because all these asshole cops are these cops that were bullied in high school and now have little dick syndrome and want to punish everybody. That's all the asshole cops right now.
Their whole attention is focused on some bullshit and not the main objective. The main objective is not being completed.
They're not there to serve. They're there to punish.
They're there to act hella stupid.
Yeah, they're there with little dick syndrome and punish.
Hey, I got a little one. Hey. Ease up on that. I'm just playing.
But they're all the ones that were bullied in high school and are there to punish everybody, and it's their first taste of power, and they're abusing it.
I feel you though. Yeah. You ain't lying about none of the shit that you say.
It's like my daughter wants to be a state trooper, and it fucking terrifies me.
All she gotta do is make sure ain't nobody running up on her. Once they see that she's smart and she's on it on a daily basis, they're gonna leave her alone.
Police have never been more hunted than they have been in the past 2-3 years.
That's because they've been backing down. Instead of they have more numbers than the streets themselves. They don't have that many people employed, and then they go to all these punks having badges.
Oh, no,
you see the difference.
They're having such a hard time getting the police officers. They're now paying for their academy and shit just to get police because nobody wants to be a police right now.
It's the same thing with gangsters. We got a bunch of gangsters trying to increase the peace, but we got the devil overrunning every single mafia. You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes to the police force and just the protection over the United States, just period, they got a bunch. They got more numbers than everybody, but they just don't have that many people employed. They just got everybody sitting on the sideline, and then at the same time.
But they can't because they're being persecuted. Their hands are tied because they're being persecuted.
And not just that, they just got a bunch of people that's punks. You know when to use your hands, you know when to use your guns. That's why they're trying to be careful about that. They have a whole bunch of people sitting on the sideline just like on the football team. But they only put this many people on it.
I'm like, When a man is running away from you, you use a taser. You don't pull out your fucking handgun. There's common sense here, people.
Exactly. I understand what you're saying.
I've gotten really, really big fights with my friend Cheryl because now I'm like, I'm not telling her I told you so, but it's coming out now that they're being arrested and audited and all of this. The founders of BLM didn't give a fuck about BLM.
Yeah.
They're all being...
What's BLM?
Black Lives Matter.
Oh.
The one that started all the...
BLM.
BLM, okay. Yes. The 3 women that founded that are now under investigation. They're facing time. Like,
damn, for real?
They didn't give a fuck about black people. Their whole purpose was to teach hate and separation. They didn't give a fuck about the common health of black people. They didn't care about...
Oh, I didn't know nothing like that. I never...
They didn't care about black success.
I thought it was some mans that came up with it. I didn't know it was some females.
It's women. And the only thing they cared about was getting their fucking paper and teaching hate and separation, us against you, which is not going to solve anything.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. One of them is under investigation for falsifying income and getting income from wrong places, and she got a fraudulent loan to buy property. These women are fucking shady, and they started all of these riots and all this violence and Black Lives Matter and inciting violence, and they didn't give a fuck about anything other than getting paper.
I didn't know shit.